Ms. Freeland, how come the IRGC is not a terrorist group? Why is your government supporting Islamo-nationalism? What? Excuse me. What are you doing?
You're under arrest for assault. Why are you pushing me?
Today, I'm here to announce that our government has made the decision to list the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps as a terrorist entity under the Criminal Code.
Like a broken clock that is correct precisely twice a day, the Justin Trudeau Liberals finally did the right thing by designating the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps as a terror group earlier this week. Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but really, what the hell took them so long? The IRGC literally has Canadian blood on its hands, lots of it. Back in January 2020, the IRGC blew a Ukrainian commercial airliner out of the sky with 2 surface-to-air missiles. All 176 people on board died, including 55 Canadians and 30 permanent residents of Canada. And the Trudeau Liberals, they inexplicably shrugged. Stuff happens, eh? Do you think there might be some Iranian interference going on behind the scenes with the Trudeau Liberals?
This action sends a strong message that Canada will use all of the tools at its disposal to combat the terrorist entity of the IRGC.
Heck, we know that the Liberal MP for the riding of Richmond Hill, Majid Johari, is actually a supporter of the Iranian regime. Majid lives in a very nice house, I'll let you know, by the way. And we know the mullahs in Tehran are flush with billions of dollars of oil wealth. This is due to the Biden administration declining to enforce the sanctions against Iran that Donald Trump brought in. And so it is, this Islamo-fascist state is flush with mullah to spend on, well, their IRGC thugs and Hamas and Hezbollah and the Houthis. Say, anyone picking up a trend here when it comes to where the Ayatollahs like to spend their money? Incidentally, the campaign to label the IRGC as a terror group goes all the way back to 2018. MPs and senators from all parties wanted this done. So it was the House of Commons approved a non-binding Conservative motion to declare the IRGC a terrorist entity a full 2 years before that Ukrainian airliner was shot down. Then finally, last month, MPs from all parties voted 327-0 in favor of declaring the IRGC a terror group. It's baffling it took so long. Apparently, Trudeau thought designating, the Proud Boys as a terror group was a more pressing concern. In any event, I personally have some skin in the game vis-a-vis the IRGC because, as many of you know, back in January, I was assaulted and arrested by Uncle Fester of the RCMP for having the temerity to ask Fraulein Freeland an impolite query regarding the IRGC. Here, check it out.
Ms. Freeland, how come the IRGC is not a terrorist group? Why is your government supporting Islamo-nationalism? What? Excuse me. What are you doing?
You're under arrest for assault. Why are you pushing me? You're under arrest for assault.
Who are you?
You're under arrest
I
for
don't
assault.
even know. What are you talking about?
Police, you're under arrest for
How am
assault.
I under arrest? You bumped into me.
You pushed into.
Yeah, way to go, Officer Greg Dumichel. You make Dudley Do-Right look like a genius. But isn't that fascinating, folks? Asking Freeland a perfectly valid question regarding the IRGC was tantamount to committing an arrestable offense back in January. And here we are just 6 months later, and this terrorist group is officially labeled as a terrorist group? Fancy that. By the way, we're suing the government and the RCMP for their Gestapo-like actions. If you can help us out, please make a donation at standwithdavid.com. Because, you see, in the final analysis, it turns out that I was not being impolite whatsoever. Rather, I was simply half a year ahead of the curve. And last time I checked, that's not a criminal act in Canada.